I'm Kim Power. I'm a decor and DIY blogger, and this is my home. I like to think of myself as urban farmhouse, maybe a bit of coastal farmhouse come spring and summer. I love white. I just find it's clean, it's bright, it's airy. For some, it may be a trend right now to go all white, but for me, it's been a way that I've lived for a good 20 years now. Some tips and tricks that I have for living in a white space. I usually eat and make my husband eat at the table. That helps a bit. Every piece of my furniture that is white is slip covered, so they're easy to take off and to wash, and it really helps. We live in a smaller space here, and we don't always get a lot of light in the front of the house. So just having the white furniture, the white walls, it just brightens all the spaces up. And this little guy is Butters. He's our Chihuahua, and he's part of our home too. My favorite and treasured pieces are pieces that I have found at the thrift stores. That's my number one go-to. I do a lot of the DIYs myself. This coffee table is one of them. It was this ugly brown varnish, and to look at it, you wouldn't think anything, but I seen the legs and I thought, even if there wasn't wood underneath, I knew that it was still a nice piece. Even if I painted it, it would still look good. A lot of the pillows in my home I have made myself, and some of them I made out of little scatter throws or throw rugs. It gives that mud cloth look, and it just looks really nice, and you can use whatever pattern you like. We did the plywood floors upstairs because it was much more economical than using real hardwood, and we wanted that hardwood look and feel, so this was a greater option at a much cheaper price for us. In the living room, we've applied a 1/4-inch shiplap. Well, it's actually a 1/4-inch plywood that looks like shiplap. And we used a brad nailer and we just nailed them into the studs. My favorite room in the house would have to be this room because it gets the most light. It's where I do the most living, and it's near the kitchen. In the breakfast nook, we applied beadboard, we carried it around the wall, and we placed it on the peninsula as well, because before that there was just like this cardboard builder's basic, and it just gives it a finished look. In the kitchen, we painted the cupboards white because they were an old orangey oak. We sanded them a bit, primed them, painted them, and they look brand new. For most of our slipcover chairs that we have in our dining room and in our breakfast nook, my husband would go to the as-is section of IKEA. He would get one chair one day, 2 chairs the next, so over a couple of weeks we got a couple of tables worth of chairs. Being a blogger, you do tend to accumulate a lot of stuff. I love to collect ironstone jugs. I do like to display them. You'll notice I don't have a lot of art in my home because I feel like the pieces that I do have work as art. If I ever move again, I will definitely bring this aesthetic with me because it's just who I am. It's something that I love, and it will be with me forever.